Hello there and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are once again continuing our Fall of the Republic preview playthrough as the CIS. In the last few episodes, we finished our conquest of the Outer Rim for the most part, but we still have a few mid-rim and core territories to go through. There is still Mon Calamari out in the Outer Rim to take, as well as Renvar, but there were some fairly significant enemy forces over Renvar. So we're going to start off with sending what we have with Trench here into Mon Calamari. So his fleet, just to check, had the units Invictus, Not Another Donut, Being Poor is Expensive, Confederate Fury, Starship Enterprise, and Bounteous Firepower. So I don't know if the Invincible or the Providence Dreadnought has any extra targetable HPs because it's using the same rig as the regular Dreadnought version, as the regular Providence version. But it does have extra non-targetable hardpoints, and that'll all probably change for the actual release. But that's just firepower. Gonna get it in there. It doesn't seem like they have that much to worry about here. Otherwise, I would have probably retreated.
Choose your reinforcements.
Well, let's throw Trench in over here with the Invincible. Then we'll get Not Another Donut, Invictus, Starship Enterprise, Confederate Fury, and Being Poor is Expensive.
TIE Squadron here. TIE's reporting in.
Cruiser reporting.
Priority 1 is to destroy the shipyard.
Gunship reporting. Our shields are down. Our primary engine system is down.
Right, station's down.
Our launch bay has been destroyed.
Regroup for another attack. More enemy craft.
They've destroyed our ion cannons. Batteries online.
Unfortunately, Not Another Donut is taking the brunt of
Fire at their laser cannons.
their weapons for now, but it is going to cost them on Calamari, and we can rebuild.
Yes,
We can rebuild Not Another Donut.
Turbo lasers. Target those lasers.
Taking fire. Target locked. Excellent shot.
All right. Let's try to send this up a little bit further in.
Orders, sir. Ready for
Vulture, or Hyenas rather. Go for that. You guys go for their fighters, and regular Vultures go for their fighters as well.
I've got them in my sights.
Trench, you are going to handle that fine yourself. Can we get these Vultures actually to go after the arcs over there?
At your command. Direct fire at their laser cannons.
No concussion missiles.
The missile launchers are the primary target.
There we go.
Draw their fire. Sir, I'm detected. I got one. Attack formation.
Don't worry too much about the trade station.
Go after the strike.
You can go for the Architens.
Direct fire on those torpedo tubes.
Getting a lock.
And those fighters are fine. Let's actually get the Hyena bombers to help against the Architens. There we go. Get over there.
I've got my approach vector. Taking fire.
And
Commencing attack run.
I've got him disabled.
Commander, they're hitting us.
I'm on them.
Where'd he go? Awaiting orders. Engines activated.
Attack formation.
here, let's actually go send in some extra help for that.
I've got him on my scopes. I've got a lock.
Bounce's firepower is going to have some issues, apparently. Oh, nope. It could be good. Could be good. Alright. Let's get our tri-droids to come over and help against that. I just want to make sure we don't lose Bounteous firepower there. Okay.
We are victorious.
We are victorious. Thank you for noticing.
Retreat aborted.
We did lose not another donut. But we can live with that for now. Oh, I gotta get this. And since it's come a few times, I'll just do a... we probably don't have time to do a rundown of everything, so... we are building Please Don't Shoot Me in Arctic Hawks. We've got Eternal Glory building.
Squadron here.
And we break for nobody. You're gonna go in with our harsh buddy there. Don't want to be too harsh on them. This fleet is going to be a problem, I think. If I were just to guess, I'd say that that's a problem. Pretty sure this is... those were... Nope, these are ground units. AATs. Yeah, that's difficult. So what are we gonna do with all this then? I did want to take Mandalorian space. That fleet is kind of a problem, not a huge problem. But I wanted to go in through Renvar and Quell to Mandalorian
TIE
space.
squadron here.
Construction
Well,
complete.
this ground force is going to be eventually what we use on Mon Cal. What are you doing up here? Dathomir could be a target for us. No, we should just use Porstaneth to hit them. Let's get you guys... You're going to combine with that other ground force. Yeah, let's go into our northern territories here. Mutilinst will queue up some Munificence. Sand Crab.
Production.
Rebel in the Making.
Unit
Debt
in
Collection. Another Clone Wars mod. There's still a pretty full roster of Munificence after that. We have all of our economic structures? We don't. Where's a good place for that we haven't built them on yet? Well, first off, do you have a trade port? Yes, you do. Colomex, do you have a trade port? You do. Praxis? You do not.
Beginning construction.
That'll be some more income for us. Here at Pamont. Let's go back and let's get Twin Inevitabilities, Rarefaction.
Unit.
No, you. I'm
Constructing
replaceable.
Unit.
And then we're into the recusants. So I want to get the Provident or those Munificents from Mutilinst over to that fleet with Pores before we go into any attacks. But there still seems to be some residual lag, unfortunately, because of the swap I did to track AI movements earlier. But it's not something that you should be experiencing in the actual version. You guys are going to be playing. Where can we deal with this? Nothing we have around it can deal with it, I don't think. We can try, but we'll probably fail. That's a lot of stuff. We'll combine these fleets and then we'll go for it. Well, they're actually going to start moving some of that around, so they might just get it out of there before we get there. But we'll see if we can take anything out. There should only be one type of dreadnought. I think they have the ICW version in there for some reason. So we're probably just going to delete that entry. The dreadnought's coding needs to get pretty much entirely redone. It's like it works fine, obviously. It's just there's a few different entries for it, and we could probably pare that down to a different, like a smaller number, but more importantly, follow the format we use for all the other units in the mod, which they currently don't. Right, so
Choose your reinforcements.
Donuts.
Reinforcements en route.
Blaze with sprinkles.
Reinforcements en route.
Indefatigable. Golden eel. Spartan's pride. Let's get another diamond in the rough here.
Cancelled.
Location confirmed.
Then we'll go for providences.
Coming about. Destination confirmed. We're on our way.
And let's say another Lucre Hulk in the front there.
En route.
Then we'll get rather ordinary. Request for proposals. And let's get some Gozantes.
Reinforcements en route.
Alright. It's gonna be a rough one. Gonna be a barn burner. Alright.
Report.
Hyenas. This seems to be the weaker half of the fleet.
Location.
Let's see if the hyenas can go for that.
Yes, sir.
Send some vultures to
Changing course.
hit these guys.
Sponsor frigate reporting.
Back up that diamond.
Weapons armed.
You guys do the same.
Sighted.
IPV reporting. Roger that.
We're ready for action.
Nowhere to run. Stay in formation. Falling out of formation. Draw their
Alright. This Arcotens first.
Launching attack.
attack formation.
This Arcotens.
Got him disabled.
It was what? 2 VSDs, 2 Venerers?
Moving in for the kill.
I think it might have been slightly more VSDs.
More enemy craft.
Like 17 Acclimators though.
Taking fire. Yes,
On my approach.
target locked. Commander, they're hitting us.
Moving in for the kill. I'm on my approach. Awaiting
Eliminating
orders.
target.
I've got him
Alright.
navigating to
Let's
coordinates.
move you guys
Out of formation.
along the left flank here.
Attack formation. Go after the stragglers.
Copy.
This Diamondback.
Click.
Awaiting command. Yes, Commander.
More enemy.
Not the snake. The diamond.
Copy. Target those lasers.
Commander, they're
Our
hitting us.
target priority.
And can we kill the Venator? Right, our bombers
I copy.
got shredded.
Disable those missile launchers.
Go. Nowhere to run.
Direct fire at their laser cannon.
Falling out of
The
formation.
missile launchers are the primary target.
Ready. Draw their fire.
Okay, CR90s need to go down. Tonight I'm actually going to be rigging the LAC, the Light Assault Cruiser, which is going to essentially take the role that the CR90 usually does in the mod, because the CR90 won't be a standard Republic unit. Talked about it a little bit in the past, but just to reiterate.
Watch the crossfire.
We've also got today I rigged the model for the first release, at least, that we're going to be using with Obi-Wan.
Our engines are gone.
And I did the skin for Ayla Secura. So that needs to be just, need to get the rig
Pressing the
done
attack.
for her, or the animations done for her.
Commander.
But
Flank speed.
Nowhere to run. Falling out.
Obi-Wan, I did the head and I did the body model. And I've done the head skin, I haven't done the body skin. But we might just use the Obi-Wan robe from the base game for the first release for that.
Initiating
Uh,
attack.
Then as I get more comfortable
Target
with
priority.
my character texturing and stuff, we'll be able to put in his actual model for that.
Taking fire.
Alright. There we
Our
go.
primary engine
Some Jedi will probably stick with that for a while. Like Shaak Ti, Plo Koon, they'll use just the basic Jedi model, or
gunship
the full
reporting.
Jedi cloak.
Choose your reinforcements.
Eliminating target. Attack
At
formation.
maximum unit capacity.
Our turbo laser batteries have been disabled. Are our target.
Regroup for another attack.
The ion cannons are inoperable. Batteries online.
Taking fire.
Alright, that Venator is losing to our fighters and bombers. That's good.
Weapons ready.
That's
We're in attack.
just the 3 hard points left on that. I'm going to move this Providence up a bit. Colicoid Swarm 1.
Target those lasers.
Falling out of formation.
Here we go. You guys are taking care of business there. So I'm going to swap this Lucre Hulk over to focus on some other targets. Too bad that diamond is
Choose your
going to
reinforcements.
die.
Yes, sir. The missile launchers.
Alright, that VST is down.
Target sighted.
You guys, I'm going to swarm you through, basically, to go after some of these smaller ships.
At your
And
command.
you
Attack.
go there.
Nowhere to run. Falling out of formation.
The shields aren't holding.
I've got him lined up.
Regroup for another attack.
Alright.
Ready for battle.
It's still taking some doing. Okay, there's one Arcotense.
Fire.
You just take out some of these smaller anti-fighter ships then?
Nowhere to run.
Awaiting your command.
Falling out of
Attacking.
formation.
Enemy.
You're gonna go and help against fighters if you can.
Attack
Choose
formation.
your reinforcements.
Alright.
Stragglers.
For another attack.
You two, make sure the engines go down.
Primary target.
There you go. Now you can go back to what you were doing.
At their laser cannons.
We're gonna lose our first Lucre Hulk. Please with sprinkles here.
Ready for duty.
Ready for command, sir.
Taking fire. Commander, they're hitting us. Where'd he go?
The lasers are our target. Target those lasers.
Alright. These dreadnoughts are gonna cause some problems in here.
Direct fire at their laser.
Let's see if we can
Direct
move them over to
fire
that.
Shield generator.
Our Lucre Hulks are gonna hold up the assault on the Praetor. This is just down to 3 hard points left there too. And go for the fighter bay.
Taking fire.
We're gonna keep going for those.
Choose your
Alright, we got another Lucre Hulk we can bring in.
reinforcements.
Let's do that right there.
en route.
Falling out of formation.
At maximum unit capacity.
Direct fire at their laser cannons.
Alright, the angle on that because of the rig,
Cannons armed.
not ideal. So let's actually bring you guys over to finish it off if you can. Maybe we can get a different, better angle on that.
Ion cannons. Direct fire
Actually, can you
at
do
their
that?
laser cannons.
That'd be helpful.
Target those lasers. Direct fire at their laser cannons.
Focus down those dreadnoughts. These two, despite their successes against the against the Invincible, they're starting to take fire from the Praetor.
Target those lasers. Almost in range. Direct fire at their laser
The stuff that's shooting your direction, at least.
Target priority is the laser cannons. The launch bay is gone.
Where'd he go?
They have strong resistance. We've lost our turbo lasers. I've got
Nowhere to run.
Right, there we go.
Stay in formation. I got one. Falling out of formation.
I've got him disabled. Target those lasers.
Locking on. Enemies in range.
Can you guys actually hit that? And you see if you can hit that a little bit better.
Choose your reinforcements.
Target locked. Get behind them. Draw their fire. Eliminating target. Attack formation.
As soon as the Praetor is fully down, they're going to be able to bring in some more
Laser cannons.
Or the small ships, more acclimators especially.
The lasers are our target. Our target priority is the laser cannons.
Alright.
The lasers are our target.
There. That angle worked really well for that. Is this one going to work really well for that? Yes. Okay.
Our target priority is the
So that'll have to change with the rig at some point, but
Closing on target.
we got it for this time.
fire on that
You know what? Just stay on the Praetor.
I have them now. Nowhere to run.
It'd actually be really nice to
direct
take out some of their other
fire on the
support
shield
first.
generator.
So forget that. We're just gonna hit the dreadnoughts that are here.
Draw their fire.
Target those lasers. Direct fire at their laser cannon.
And you fighters, you're still gonna be hitting
Frequency open.
their smaller ships like this. That's good.
Locking on.
Make sure their fighters get hit by our fighters. Bring our bombers back over. Interceptors. I mean, they're basically their role is more interceptory.
Target those lasers. Drawing their fire.
Enemies in range.
The tri-droids, tri-fighters.
Direct fire at their laser cannons.
TIE squadron standing by.
Target locked.
All right. Oh shoot! I didn't even notice
The
that.
lasers are our target.
I saw the missiles before I saw the ship.
Choose your reinforcements.
Taking fire.
Disable those missile launchers. Our target priority is the laser cannons.
Nowhere to run.
We've got to stay on those. But the VST is a pretty big priority for us here. Alright, and our bombers. Gonna send the bombers after that Arquitans. There we go.
The missile launchers are the primary
Yes,
target.
they are.
Disable those missile launchers.
Then I want to get the missiles on this side.
The missile
There we
launchers
go.
are the primary target.
Good stuff. You two can switch back to the Praetor. We do have different scripts with the AI that tell them to keep the fighter carriers back, which is what's going on here. Because they function much better. Anything with that flag, it's stuff that functions much better as a carrier, and it's not really meant to be frontline combat.
Are our target. Our target priority is the
For some larger stuff like Seculars and Venators that are also like heavily battleship oriented, we don't include the tags. The AI will actually use them in battle. For stuff like the Acclimators, or at least the carrier loadout for the Acclimator, they want to try to keep them back a bit.
Choose your reinforcements.
Go after the stragglers.
Reinforcements en route. At
Well, we're gonna go
maximum
kill some of that now.
Roger.
Taking fire. Waiting order.
Alright, that's both of their Venators down.
Commander, they're
That'll still die to the other fire.
target those lasers.
falling out of formation.
Our target priority is the laser
You guys are gonna go for both of those. So I'm just gonna fire on that whenever it has the opportunity to, and that's gonna kill it. I always call it incidental fire, but really opportunity fire is the actual term.
Target priority is the laser cannons.
Warm up.
You guys are doing a good job up here.
Choose your reinforcements.
What popped up on the... Is it recusants or 5? I think we'll have to check the calculations on that.
The lasers are our target. Direct fire at their laser cannons.
Here comes more of them.
Taking fire. Commander, they're hitting us.
Those torpedoes.
We're just gonna get overrun by fighters at this point. Alright, we gotta get out of here.
Jump to light speed.
It's all gonna be carriers, and they're just gonna pour in more fighters.
On my tail. Falling out of formation.
That's pretty rough. Two VSDs, two Venators that we killed. Raider 2 and Invincible for capital ships. We lost a fair bit too. Hoping it'll turn out to be worth it. But I think we are going to save it there, and then we're going to do ground battle. We're going to try to take Mon Calamari. So we'll be back in a second. Alright, saving accomplished. So we are going to invade Mon Calamari. Then that'll free up Trench to... not actually unpaused. That'll free up Trench to go somewhere else. And we'll start off with some B2 or B1s here.
Commencing.
It's only 3 ground structures. But it's at least an ATTE. Oh yeah, I forgot we have the new map. And I'm going to bring this up again because every other time we're on our planet, it's come up and then I get asked about it again. But the maps are currently shared between Fall of the Republic and Imperial Civil War. So in Imperial Civil War, the New Republic is coded as the Rebels, the Empire is coded as the Empire. In Fall of the Republic is coded as the Empire. The CIS are coded as the Rebels because that's just... You have to keep the original faction names or else you can't use story scripting for them. The maps will be swapped out in Fall of the Republic, and they will have the proper affiliations for the local units. Like right now, these Mon Calamari are aligned with the CIS because it's shared between ICW and Fall of the Republic. When we get that map switched out, the Mon Calamari would be aligned with the Republic. The Quarren would be with the CIS if we ever get any Quarren civilians. But yeah. And they'd probably be on a different planet because the whole Isolationist League thing. But, like Mamont or something? But anyway, yeah, so that is why the Mon Cal are aligned with the Republic. By the time you guys are playing with them, or are aligned with the CIS, by the time you guys are playing the mod, that will not be the case.
A build pad.
So just to clear that up.
Sensor node constructing.
But now we are going to go and
Construction
grab
complete.
another landing pad here. Is this a sensor array though? It
As
is.
soon as we can.
That's helpful.
Ready for action. Lock and load. We're attacking immediately.
We've secured the abandoned sensor node.
We'll be there.
Alright, I think we're only going to be able to get to here before we get attacked.
We've lost a build pad.
Or at least attacked by more substantial
Understood. It's
forces.
your payroll. We can do that.
We'll walk in the water. You're going to go faster out here.
I see no problem with that. If we have to, we can get there quickly enough. Orders received as fast as we can.
Choose your
Alright, that's not going to work.
We'll move as long as we're paid.
I don't think we've actually used, have we used any STAPs yet? I don't think so. Those are the scout bikes for the CIS. The floaty ones with the droids on them. But yeah, I don't think those are... I don't think we've used those yet, so we should probably build a company of them at least.
Immediately. Anyone there?
Ready, sir. Transfer.
Alright, let's move you guys around.
Location sighted. There's nothing in our way. We've been paid enough. Tell us what to do.
It's gonna be a fight pretty much the entire way there.
Destroyed.
I don't suppose you guys would be able to go and grab... No.
Destroyed.
Squad unit waiting for orders. Ready for attack. We'll get through them.
We'll get some Hellfires coming behind him. And some ATs. I don't want to bring in the Octoptara until we're closer, but it doesn't seem like we're going to be closer. We gotta come around here.
Your credits are good. Let's hope your orders are too.
guys have got to go for the infantry. Nope.
Tactical situation unfavorable. Retreat suggested.
Not gonna happen. Huh. I think a stab would be really helpful here, actually. Where's our nearest barracks? Raxus? Do you have one? You do. These guys here. But instead of doing that, what are we looking at? That's still a lot. 135 pop cap there. I think this fleet could take it out. Yeah, especially with these diamonds. Let's do that then. Let's try to wipe out the rest of this fleet. And let's also check the graph. They've passed us in military power.
Tactical battle imminent.
Gonna be a pretty uphill battle to finish. Which I'm all for. It's too bad. So I actually did, I'll mention it again at the top of the next episode, but I actually did track down the issue that was making stuff crash in the tactical battles sometimes, which we experienced, I think, last episode or the episode before.
Frequency open.
So that's all fixed now. We're going to be starting the beta for 2.3, for Imperial Civil War 2.3 soon.
This way.
Not quite Fall of the Republic yet. Obviously, there's still a fair bit more to do with Fall of the Republic. But there'll be a news post about that soon. And I really wish I could transfer the fixes over to
Choose your
this Let's
reinforcements.
Play. But unfortunately, that is not something I can do. But let's put these anti-fighter ships all in a row. And let's try to wipe out as many acclimators as we can. So, Donuts,
Reinforcements en route.
Lucre Hulk.
Reinforcements
Lucre Hulk.
en route.
Not sure which that was. Golden Eel. Indefatigable.
Reinforcements cancelled.
This was Spartan's Pride. There we go. Gozantes.
Reinforcements
Awaiting
en route.
orders.
Copy. Yes, Commander.
Oh, you guys have now gone into the anti-fighter. Or the anti-anti-fighter.
Someone on my tail.
Copy.
Let's try to take out a couple acclimators at least. Indefatigable in here. Quest for
Reinforcements
proposals. Next episode, hopefully that Mutilanist fleet will be done and we'll be able to take Porus Tonith a bit south.
cancelled. At maximum unit capacity.
Go after the stragglers.
Frigate here.
Your transmission is garbled. Repeat, over. Fire at will.
For another attack.
Alright.
Opening fire.
This section is doing pretty well. Go for fighter bays on stuff. That's the real deal. Hopefully soon I'll be able to put up the Republic patron unit requests. Because we are going to be doing a Republic playthrough after the CIS one. And that's still a few weeks away, obviously, because we still got a fair bit to go in this playthrough.
Targeting the torpedo
But
launcher.
that will be coming up.
Target
And I'm trying to get as much other content done before then as I can. Also, just so we can have the mod be farther along. But usually the farther along we are when a playthrough starts, the happier I am.
Falling out of formation.
direct
And it's
fire.
less for me to talk about being like stuff to come.
I can't see him.
Waiting orders.
I'm losing.
Incoming.
I got one.
Those torpedo launchers must be destroyed.
Say that again, please.
Drawing their fire. Target
Alright, you guys are good with that. Spartan's Pride is getting really hammered here. There's so many having a near-death experience.
Choose your reinforcements.
Well, let's make sure that these guys are in a good position too.
Frequency open. Commence attack.
Opening fire on the torpedo launchers.
Falling out of formation.
They don't have much they can bring in as reinforcements. They were at, I think, 130 out of 120. Right, that's all gonna die. Let's try to switch towards these middle ones now. So how many acclimators? 5. So there's probably 2 more acclimators that they have. Just in reserve. Can you focus on... Nope, focus on this one. It's almost dead. Or not almost dead, but... It's taking the most damage. There's that dreadnought down. You're gonna focus on this dreadnought as well. There we go. You're all good too.
Go after the stragglers.
Those torpedo launchers must be destroyed.
Regroup for another attack.
Choose your
We can get
reinforcements.
2 more of these guys in on this side. 3 more.
Maximum unit capacity.
Order control.
Okay, that dreadnought is down. That acclimator's down. Did lose a Munificent, so let's
Choose
bring
your
in
reinforcements.
one more Recusant.
Target lock. Excellent shot.
Make sure these guys focus fire on these Recusants. There's that one down. You are gonna just kill that. You don't need to focus your fire. And then this one's our next priority target.
I copy.
They don't have their bigger capital ship support anymore, which is very helpful for us.
At their laser cannon.
I think that's all the dreadnoughts gone. It's just a few of the Recusants, or a few of the acclimators left.
The lasers are our target.
You guys are going to try to take this one in the middle.
Is the laser cannons.
There's still a bunch of Architens as well. It's a bit harder to do anything about them just yet. I really want to have the fighter threat neutralized. So, you know what? Kill the fighter bay on that. There we go. Let's swap over to this one. There's only, what, 3 or 4 in the middle here? And they've all taken a good amount of damage as well.
Direct fire on those torpedo tubes.
Fighter bay. No fighter bay on that one.
Those torpedo launchers must be destroyed.
I keep waiting for there to be a big drop of reinforcements, but they don't have any reinforcements to drop. So, no panicking.
The lasers
We've
are
got
our
this.
Choose your reinforcements.
We can bring in another Recusant.
Choose your reinforcements.
Oh, no we can't.
For another attack.
I could have swore we were at 114 or not 116. Alright, let's see if they can kill some of these smaller Architens now. Got something to support.
Our target priority is the laser cannons.
There's still one hangar left. There we go.
Target those lasers. The lasers are our target.
Alright. Now we don't have to worry about them replenishing fighters. I mean, this whole episode is basically just going to be the destruction of this Mechis fleet.
Fire on the torpedo launchers.
And hopefully this will tip the balance back in our favor militarily. Architens, Architens. Other Architens now. Now they're just focusing on them. They're going to die pretty quickly. Is there another one? There is another one over there.
Excellent shot.
The Recusants have some light laser cannons, so they can actually do okay against fighters as well. Let's make sure these finish off. And... oh, you guys still gotta kill that. Most stuff in this period had some level of laser cannon, so they can handle fighters alright regardless. But yeah, that's all fighters. Then it's just this Arquitens. Is that actually it? I think it is.
Formation. Go after the stragglers. I got one.
Now.
Locking on.
Have them down. Fire.
Enemies in range. I'm on them. Waiting orders. Coming
Of
around.
course, you're flying away.
Group another attack.
You can't live.
I've got him disabled.
Target locked.
I've got him disabled.
Quick.
I've got a fix.
Coming back around for another run.
Fast little guys.
Yes,
Keep
sir.
in formation. I'm on them.
Alright, well the fighters are all dying pretty quickly over there.
I'm losing.
You're flying back towards us.
Getting a lock.
There we go.
Commander, they're hitting us.
Target locked.
The enemy has
Got
been
it.
defeated.
Alright, well I think that's actually going to do it for today's episode. A few losses in this battle, but we killed the rest of that fleet. So we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying this first look at Father Republic so far. And I will see you next time. Bye.